The Heisman race, it's a good one. Next on the Voice of College Football. MarkRogersTV, the Voice of College Football, breaking down the game we love each and every day. Please lock it in for the discussion, the debate, and analysis. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for the notifications. That way you know when we're going live. Certainly join us on Patreon if you want to get rich. 16-4 against the spread. Did I say 16-4, 80% against the spread this past week? Join us on Patreon also for exclusive live streams, watch parties, insider look, the whole deal on Patreon. All right, this is my Heisman list after a great weekend of college football. Tied for fifth, I like De'Ara King of Miami, quarterback, 64% passer, 16 touchdowns, 4 picks. Of course, he's a running threat as well. He was exceptional on Friday night against North Carolina State. The Canes lose the game without him. 430 yards, 5 passing touchdowns, and you had to watch the game. It is remarkable what De'Ara King and the Miami offense has done under Rhett Lashlee, throwing the ball downfield. 6 of 29 in the first 5 games, throwing the ball more than 20 yards downfield. Then against Virginia, 6 of 7. And then in this game, I don't know what the numbers were, but De'Ara King was dropping the ball in the bucket from distance. It was impressive. The strides that he and the rest of the Miami offense have taken throwing the ball downfield has been remarkable. They've obviously, I give them all the credit in the world, have been working exclusively on this for the past couple of weeks in practice. And De'Ara King put the Canes on his back. The defense didn't help him out. He won this game 44-41. This could be his vault into the Heisman race. It's not going to be won against North Carolina State, but this vaults him into the conversation. He is throwing the deep ball, and if he continues to do that, the numbers are going to go skyrocketing up. All right, tied in the 5th position, we've got Alabama wide receiver DeVonta Smith. He's one of the best in the business, and of course, his highlight play is one of the great ones of all time in overtime of the national championship game against Georgia in 2017. This season, 56 catches, 13.5 per catch, 8 touchdowns. Against Ole Miss, he ripped up the Rebs for 13 catches for $164 and a touchdown. Against Georgia, another huge effort in that marquee matchup. 11 catches for $167 and 2 touchdowns. With no Jalen Waddle on the field, he's going to get more footballs thrown his way, of course. And against Mississippi State, that meant 11 catches for $213 and 4 touchdowns. Look out for DeVonta Smith catching the bowling ball. And, of course, he is the guy that will be the number 1 target for Mac Jones against the likes of LSU, Auburn, the SEC championship game as well. At number 4 in our Voice of College Football Heisman list is BYU quarterback Zach Wilson. 75% passer, 21 touchdowns, 2 picks, 8 rushing touchdowns as well. So I believe he leads the nation in total touchdowns with 29. Posted a marquee win against Boise State on the blue carpet, 51-17. He's second in the nation in passing yardage and third in completion percentage. Zach Wilson had the spotlight on Friday night against Boise State, and he pulled through. His team's undefeated. And for quarterbacks in particular, the record means a whole lot. It's about stats, it's about winning, and it's about highlight plays for the Heisman Trophy. At number 3, we've got a guy who stepped onto the field a little bit later than the rest of the field, and that would be Justin Fields. 87% completion percentage. That is not a typo. That is not a misspeak out of me. Let's see if he can keep up anything close to that. And if he does, that may be eye-popping enough, especially considering the name recognition, the team name recognition, and also the winning there at Ohio State to launch him to the top of the list if he sets an all-time record for completion percentage. It's early. But my goodness, 3 games, 87% completion percentage, 11 touchdowns, no picks, and 2 rushing scores. He, of course, looks the part as well in a game. The name brand of playing for possibly the best football team in the country, Big Ten championship game. The Michigan game's been tarnished, but it's still the game. That's going to be the highlight for Justin Fields down the stretch. At number 2, I like Mac Jones of the Alabama Crimson Tide. 79% passer, 16 TDs, 2 picks. He's been lights out in every game. He hasn't played a bad game. 3 consecutive 400-yard passing efforts. Auburn, LSU, and the SEC championship game are still on the docket for one Mac Jones. He's 4th in the nation in passing yards. He's number 4 in passing touchdowns. Well behind this guy. Our number 1 Heisman candidate right now, he is vaulted to the top based on a monumental win for his program, Kyle Trask, Florida. Against Georgia, he led up the Dogs, possibly the best defense in the country, compromised by injury, but still, Kyle Trask and his memorable win against Georgia that vaults Florida into the SEC championship game, something that they've been looking to and trying to get over the hump against Georgia. So he is the guy that has and will be given the credit for launching Florida into that SEC championship game. So the Georgia win was huge. We also have 474 yards and 4 touchdowns in that game. He leads the nation in passing touchdowns, tied for the first spot, and he's the only Florida quarterback that's been worth a damn, except for 6 games out of Will Grier going back to Tim Tebow. That's my Heisman 5. Would love to hear from you right here on Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.